Hey, so this is week 2. Hello, I'm Homie. This is week 2 of my um, Artist Way. My Artist Way week 2. Check in, week 2. I'm not feeling that great today for no particular reason. I just feel a little bit annoyed and like stressed out. I think also partly because of like the Artist Way. But I'll explain how my week was. Uh, so I didn't have the best week because last week I was like really into it, right? So like first week you're like, yes, I'm doing this and I'm doing so great, and you're like telling everyone, and you're like, so yeah, look at me, I'm doing this, and I'm fantastic, and so much change is gonna happen to me. But then I don't know, it like kind of caught up with me that it's like also a lot of work, and that like things do need to change, which isn't always like the easiest things. I don't know. So I said this last week, but my weeks aren't Monday to Sunday. My weeks are Thursdays to Wednesdays, because I started on a Wednesday, on a Thursday. So today is Wednesday, so we're now on our last day, and I started this week with not a lot of time, or like I did but I didn't. I don't know, like I had time but it felt like I didn't. So I was doing like the first 3 days I was like really busy with like doing things. I don't know. And I went to an expo of my boyfriend, and then the next day I needed to sit at an expo of my expo, like doing like permanency. Meh. And then the day after that I needed to help my parents with like cleaning the house and cleaning like the basement, because they're gonna like renovate our kitchen and everything needs to be like cleaned. And so I needed to like go through a lot of things to clean the house. So the first 3 days I felt like I was really busy. And did I have like 15 minutes, like an hour, maybe 2 hours of free time? Yes, I did. But then in that free time I was like, I'm gonna chill. So I didn't do anything the first 3 days. I did do every day my morning pages. Every week, this entire week I did my morning pages every morning. So I was also doing that. So it's not like I wasn't doing anything, but I didn't read like my tasks the first 3 days, which on the fourth day I read them. And then I was like, oh, I should have been doing these things already, and I didn't know. For example, I'll give you the task that I needed to do this week. Task 1. Every morning plus night, read the basic principles, which I've read them last week, I think, but I'll reread them when we get there. Task 2, list your 5 major activities this week. 3, list 20 things you enjoy doing. 4, take 2 of those things you avoided that you do this week. 5 is 3 chosen affirmations 5 times in the morning in your morning pages. 6 is 5 more imaginary lives. 7 is a life by. 8 is 10 changes I would like to. 9 is select one of those, and 10 is do it. Very confusing how I said that. That's okay. But so task 1 and task 3 I needed to do in the morning, and I was doing my morning pages, but I didn't know that I needed to do those also every day. So my basic principles, I read a couple of days in the morning. I read them this morning. I read them 2 days ago. I read them 3 days ago, 4 days ago, but then not before that, and also not yesterday. Then also I have like a little bit of a problem with the basic principles. Like am struggling with like the spirituality side of it. Like where is it? 7, when we open ourselves to exploring our creativity, we open ourselves to God, good, orderly direction. I don't believe in God, so it doesn't really help me. And then also because you read them like a bunch of times, which I also had with the 5 affirmations. So we needed to choose 3 affirmations that we wrote down last week. And then we needed to write 3 of those 5 times every morning. But then if you keep writing them down every morning, and now I know them out of my head, but they start to feel empty to me. Like the first one was, I am a real artist. The second one was, I am creative enough. And the third one was, I have important creative things to share. But then every morning I'm writing them down and it just feels like I needed to get it out of the way. And then I needed to like, because I didn't do anything the 3 first days, I was like, okay, now I need to like speed run this. And so the 4th day I like wrote down my tasks. Then I wrote down all the basic principles so I could have them just in my little bookie book. And then these are my affirmations of week 1. These are the ones that I chose. And here are the task of imaginary lives, and then things I could do for those. These are my 20 things that I enjoy doing. This is my life by. These are tiny changes. And then today I also did, 5 major activities of the week. So I did do a lot of tasks, but because I didn't do anything the 3 days, except for my morning pages, I felt like very like, oh, I'm not doing well enough. And then I felt like I needed to rush. So then like day 4 and day 5 felt like I was like so busy with it. And I was like, I need to do things. I need to do them now. And then I wrote it down. I think it was, let me check which day it was. So Sunday, which was 1, 2, 3, 4. My 4th day of the week. Sunday I wrote down, I don't know if I'm doing my tasks in the right way, or if I'm just not the right person with the right, how do you translate this? The right lifestyle. But I am overwhelmed with how much I need to and can do, and I don't know where to start. Because I didn't do anything the first 3 days, and then I was like, all the tasks were like, do this week, and I was like, fuck, now I have like 3 days left. And then I don't know, like it felt like in 3 days I needed to do like so much, and I was like super overwhelmed. For example, in task 3, I needed to list 20 things that I enjoy doing, and then I needed to pick 2 of those and then do them throughout the week. And then pick 2 of those which you have avoided doing, and then you need to do those. So I listed 20, and then I selected take pictures and swimming. I did take pictures, I did not go swimming. So I kind of failed that task. Because I didn't. Because I was like, I too much to do. Because then task 6, imaginary lives. And then it was like, do something of my imaginary lives, which is like, now I have written down 10 of them, and then I need to take 1 of them and then do something, which I kind of did because I made a YouTube video, and one of my imaginary lives is vlogger, and then I'm also doing this, so kind of makes sense. And then photographer, which I did take photos, and then also one of my imaginary lives is Okelu. Not even like musician or like singer or nothing. Okelu, I want to be her. And I did go yesterday to the studio with a friend of mine to record songs that we made. So I also kind of did that. So it's like I did it, so I think I did it okay. But it's like the self-doubt of like, did I do it the right way? And then in my life buy, you needed to like, there were like 6 categories: spirituality, exercise, play, work, friends, and adventure. Or like adventure / romance, but like my romance is like great because I love my hobby. So I picked adventure because I feel like there's more improvement that could be made there. But so I was like, okay, my work is not great, but I'm gonna work more next week. So okay, play, great. Friends, great. Exercise, I need to exercise more, not because I need to, but because I want to, but I have like a hard time like bringing myself to exercise. But I did do exercise 1 time this week. So go me, little steps, I don't know. And then my spirituality is dog shit because I don't believe in anything. So I was like, okay, I don't believe in God, so I'm not going to like a church or to like gospel or I don't know, nothing. So I was like, okay, I can meditate. I don't meditate. I don't like meditating. It makes me like anxious. So I also didn't do that. So also like my spirituality is not great. Also, blah, 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 blah. But I did go sport. So. And then my 10 tiny changes I haven't done yet, but I'm gonna do it today. Hopefully. Otherwise, yeah. Did I say by 10 changes I'm gonna finish today because I'm gonna finish my book? Because where is the book? Oh, that was the most unflattering, like whatever. I was reading this one last week for my artist date, which I also need to talk about. My artist date, but I haven't read since because I get not the same as sports, because sports is like I have a hard time like making myself go to the gym, but once I'm there it's like fine. Reading, I don't make time for reading because I don't like to make time for reading because I would like to do something else. I always want to do something else a little bit more than I want to do reading. I don't take time for it. But I did it last week and I got to page 150 and there's 200 pages. So I feel like I can read 50 pages today. I can. And I will. Hopefully. Now let's do my little check-in. I'll take a little screen. Whoops. No, not what I meant. Check-in. Bam. Check-in 1. How many days this week did you do your morning pages? We're hoping 7. Remember, how was the experience for you? How did the morning pages work for you? Describe them. I'll just read it fully and then describe them. For example, they felt so stupid. I'd write all these itty-bitty disconnected things that didn't seem to have anything to do with one another or with anything. Remember, if you are writing morning pages, they are working for you. What were you surprised to find yourself writing about? Answer this question in full on your check-in page. This will be a weekly self-scan of your moods, not your progress. I don't have a check-in page. I need to make that. Of your mood, not your progress. Don't worry if your pages are whiny, and try it. Sometimes that's the very best thing for you. So how many days did I do my morning pages? 7. 7 days. Every day I did my morning pages. One day, no, was it? I think one day I didn't write 3 full pages. I think I wrote like 1.5, but I did not have time. Which is an excuse, but also like I woke up at my boyfriend's place and then we were like yappa 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 yappa, and then I was like, oh, I need to kind of like go home, and then I was like, fuck, I need to do my morning pages, I forgot, and then I did them, but I think I did 1.5, but I did them every day. How was the experience for you? First couple of days it was fine. It was nothing special. It was like still a little bit like week 1 where I was like, I'm doing them. Like, I don't know, like brushing your teeth, not that much about it, just like doing them. And then the last 3 days, I had like a very hard time because I just really like got in this headset of like, I don't like doing this. I don't want to do this anymore. I like woke up and then like went on my phone, replied to like the messages I got. And then I was like, okay, now I want to go downstairs and get a coffee and scroll on TikTok or something. But then I was like, I need to do my morning pages first. So then I was like, okay, I'll do my morning pages. But then by that time, like I was already in the mindset of like, I need to get out of bed right now. And then it felt like this thing that I needed to do where I just really didn't want to. So like the last 3 days, I was just like writing about how I didn't want to do them. And also all these other small things. And also like, I kind of felt like they made me sad or angry or confused or stressed. Because I feel like mostly when I have like stress about like something, I kind of like push it down and I push it away. But because I was doing the morning pages like this week, I was like having to think about like things that were bothering me for like 30 to 40 minutes. And it was really fucking annoying me because I was really like, I don't know, like friendships and relationships, not my relationship, but like relationships with people and like, I don't know, like things that I've been thinking about. And then it was like really annoying me because I was like, and then I stopped my morning pages and then I felt like shit. So how was it for me? I don't know, but like it's good that it's something, I guess. Check in 2. Did you do your artist date this week? Remember that artist dates are necessary. Frivolity. What did you do? How did it feel? Did I do my artist week? I don't know. Depends on what way you look at it. Yesterday night, I had time for myself and I watched 2 movies. Sorry, I have like a little itch or like a little like wound on my ear. So yesterday night, I watched 2 movies by myself, which I wanted to do. And I feel like my inner child loved. And also, there were 2 movies that I enjoyed in very different ways, but both of them I enjoyed watching. So I liked that. So I feel like that was my artist date, but also like I feel like it also doesn't count because like it's something that I was gonna do regardless, and I didn't like make any time for it. It's not like I was like, now I'm doing my artist date, and then I went somewhere and like did something for myself. It was like, this is something that I want to do, and then I did it instead of planning it, and something that I kind of like said afterwards, like, that was my artist date. Because otherwise I should have done my artist date today, but I'm having a shit day because I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go outside. I don't want to meet people. I don't even want to like scroll. I don't know. So in the beginning of the week or like on day 4 when I was doing everything, I was like, maybe I'll bake cookies this week. But then today I was like, I'm not fucking baking cookies. And then also like the swimming, I was like, I should go swimming today. And I was like, I don't want to. I don't want to do that. Which I feel like she writes in the book that they need to be things that your inner child likes doing. Like there are 20 things that I enjoy doing that I've avoided doing. Which, yes, swimming is one of them, but I don't want to go swimming right now. So I'm not. But next week I'm not gonna give up. So I feel like that's already very good of me. Very, like I should be proud of myself, I guess, that I keep going. And it's gonna go through ups and downs. I know that, but I don't know, not the best week. were there other issues this week that you consider significant for your recovery? Describe them. Other issues. I feel like it's like weird figuring out like how, like when you're creative enough and when you're like doing something but like it doesn't count. I don't know. Or like with the tasks, like there's so much, but you don't need to do everything. But then I have like this thing where like I need to do everything and then I don't, and then I feel bad because I'm like, oh, now I feel fucking shitty because I didn't do the things that I said I was going to do. Like promises that I make to myself and then I don't like fulfill those promises, and then I feel like then I don't feel great. But other issues, no. I think I just need like, I'm a very chaotic person, but maybe I need like a little bit more of a structure. Like, I'm gonna read week 3 after this. And I'm gonna already write down the tasks. So when I start tomorrow morning, I can have like a fresh start. Because hopefully like that will like help me. Heart. Harto. Boom, 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 boom. Yep. I think that's it. I don't know. Talked about my week, talked about my tasks, talked about my check-in, talked about my artist day, talked about my morning pages. Which task did I like the most doing? I liked doing task. Boom, 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 boom. I think I liked listing 20 things that I enjoy doing because I was sitting in the bathtub while I was doing them. So I was like in bath with my little pen and my little notebook. My pages didn't get wet, so great. And then I needed to list 20 things, and I was like, what do I like? What do I enjoy? And I was like, I don't know. And then I was like sitting there, and I was like, and then I wrote down 20 things, which I do enjoy doing all of these things. But I liked doing that. Doing the things a little bit less, because then I was like, I need to do them. I don't like being told what to do. Whatever. That's it. Goodbye. I'll see you next week.